This week, Tom Brady leads the Bucs into New York. The Jets might lead the series 10-2, but TB12 is 30-8 against them. He'll try to add another win only on EA Sports.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing on first down is Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up to about the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Fights through him. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now a play fake. Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. A handoff. Fournette running left. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Succop's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led by the number 2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shaquille Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. Full to run show Fatukasi there on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff to Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw again is Wilson. Throw left side, taken in by Mims. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. They'll run with Carter. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Carter. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Second down and 3. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's a give to Carter. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just noticed special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake. But Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
Fournette, a first down carry. Nifty move. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. On the draw, this is Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
To gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Brady. It's caught. It's Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
From the 29, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's more. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'm going to hit you We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. Oh, good move. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady shoves him away. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second and 1, Brady. And this is caught by Evans. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, and a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That throw by Brady, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brady going to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Again, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true, because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely, give these guys something to cheer about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the 16, Brady dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a third down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Brady. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get up to...
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to his running back, Carter. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Brady. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Brady now on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Let's go to work, y'all. Let's go to work.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down.
Touchdown! Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Extra point try now for Succop. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense.
How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
92 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
He used to work relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, it's Brady. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. On play action, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Shotgun now for Brady.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Here's Brady.
And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Rob Gronkowski with touchdown number 8 on the year. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Succop for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
New York set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there full time, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
They'll go again with Carter.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Wilson.
Able to connect with Mims.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. To throw, it's Brady. And this is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ndamukong Suh racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go and...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Now Leonard Fournette.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here's Berrios.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Elijah Moore, the intended receiver.
But it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Jets on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I noticed you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Wilson will throw again. And his throw is incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Going for it, it's Carter. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down, back to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
65.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he's got this down to the 35.
It's run, fellas, it's run.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Hey, Alabama.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackle made by Foley Fadukasi, the former UConn Husky.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Come on now.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Fournette. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Where ain't no joke?
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
A handoff to Fournette. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Alert! Alpha! 72! Shadow! 83 now!
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bucs,
they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year.